Nice and sharp, simple. Love this breakdown. What's going on YouTube? Today we are watching SHINEE's dance practice to Sherlock, requested by Kyrie. Give him some love down below for the request. And if you guys got requests, head on over to you know where. Alright, let's go. I love the purple for the set. I love the difference that you see of like pushing in and then but them still being active and moving. This is, I get some, let's go body roll. I get some MJ type vibes with this track. Nice pickup going from that diagonal. I think timing might be a little off because of the audio. It's so cool just seeing the difference between like what it is on the practice, but then the final product on stage with the outfits, hair, everything, lighting, and with the additional camera angles. See how much more emotion it gives aside from just a dance practice. Nice. I just realized I'm not even putting my markers on. Nice and strong. Nice shift. I love those simple formation changes. Nice use of the floor. I love like the simple but very sharp and precise movements. See how they held it a little longer, but it was enough for you to read and see the movements. I think that's one of the biggest difference in terms of like today's more modern choreography and back then is like you can kind of see the shapes a little. They let you see the shapes a little bit more. I love that kind of a reverse pickup. Let's go body roll. Okay, those delts. Wow, he is close to that wall. Kind of works out in terms of the staging too. Nice wave. I like their use of like this, the diagonal to the lines a lot. Oh, they got the using a little bit of that Charlie Brown. Interesting. I like that change right there. Like the difference where he was just standing and singing versus him actually like going with it. Nice and sharp, simple. Nice. Love this breakdown because it was essentially done. Nice rotation on that. Yeah, that we literally had like 5 seconds before it was done. Anyways, before all the technical difficulties, the first thing that stood out to me was the sharp precision of the movement, which I still say is like the staple for a lot of boy groups because it shows the strength of their movement, and it's a lot easier to go full out and sharp and precise versus very subtle and very chill, because that requires a lot more training, because it takes a lot, like I've said in many of my videos, it takes a lot of effort to make things look effortless. But also what I appreciate about this one is like they let you see the movements for much longer. Whereas a lot of the modern choreography right now, which is like boom, 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 like very ienda or very quick movements or a lot of grooves. This one lets you like see the shape for like almost 1 or 2 counts, like a 1, 2, then go, which is nice, at least for me, because it's like you can see the shape that they're trying to hit. Whereas a lot of this stuff, sometimes it's just like really fast for, I'd say, the average person to catch on some musicality or some nuances, if that makes sense. This is dope. Despite the technical difficulties, it was dope. All right, let's head on to the analysis before anything else happens. Yo, hope you're enjoying the video so far. If you're liking videos here and want to get early access to it, or even get exclusive access to content I react to, like Road to Kingdom and other content that probably gets blocked on YouTube, make sure to check out my Patreon. If you've got an artist, song, or any particular request you want me to react to, I have a special tier for that too. Missed out on my stream? It'll be up there as well. So if you want early and exclusive content around this channel or opportunity for requests, make sure to check out the Patreon. See you guys there. All right, so probably the first minute and a half, I'll probably be just playing it through, and then we'll get to the other markers where I start to remember. So one of the things that I'm kind of appreciating is like how everything works together, like to set the vibe, set the tone of just like the camera moving, this backdrop, and then while they are kind of in the ready position, but when the music does start, notice like the focus on him versus them still moving to again set the tone of their performance. I don't know, I just find it crazy how everything kind of crazy, but like I'm fascinated with how everything works together. But ideally, your performance should remove all the bells and whistles. It should still be a killer performance because everything on top of it is just dressing it up. It's meant to enhance it. I appreciate this almost like Michael Jackson-esque pose. This beat very much reminds me of some Michael Jackson beats. Appreciation for that head roll right there. Bam, 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 bam. Very intense. Where do they lean? They lean. Boom, 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 boom. He really went forward to that lean. Nice slow-mo walk up. I love this reverse pickup right here. So a pickup is generally like one of the dancers starts something and everyone, like other people, pick up at a certain point. This one kind of just like pause and everyone just stops as he goes. And look at this nice hero shot right here, going from this like this Dutch angle, and then but look at the light shining. Oh, look at that. That's such a hero shot. An example of like it looks good in practice. Ding. So it should look fantastic on stage. I like the difference of like what's happening here. This is why practice dance videos fascinate me, because there's changes that always happen from the choreographer or the choreography director, performance director, or even the producers. Because now he, instead of standing, he got this like super alpha pose here. I love this direction right here. It adds so much character to what he's saying. It adds so much character to his performance rather than just like a... I could see where he's going for. Very like powerful, but I just feel like the movement enhances it. Like that switch right there. Boom. Was he straight up popping? Oh yeah, man, he's like, bah, bah. I see him going for the hits, but I can only imagine how challenging that is while trying to sing. Okay, so this is where I started adding markers. I like their use of like the reverse kind of pickup that they did here. Like, they kind of did it here, but for this one, instead of doing it in the line where they had it before, like here, I liked it how they use it as an opportunity to travel, and also kind of like a nice moment for all the members to be seen and to pose, pose, pose. But look at that travel, because traveling from downstage to upstage is a lot. Ba, ba, ba. And trying to match poses with everyone. Ba. I mean, it doesn't seem like it's far, But if you've been dancing for about a minute 45 already and singing, this can be demanding. Boom, bah, and the nice, unique shapes for everyone. And this is what I'm talking about as well. They give you an opportunity to read the shapes. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But I might be on the wrong count. That might have been another 5, 6, 7, 8. They have a lot great use of diagonals for as well. Nice rip on that. Man, he put in some extra work to get up onto that. Bam, bam. All he had to do was lean up, switch arms. He's the only one that had the most work. Spin up into that launch. See what that looks like in the final product here. That. See, this is where like sometimes one of the reasons why I like this view, because you completely lost that dynamic here. Then again, most of the stuff I've submitted are fan cams, but this is an older video, so I don't expect it to have it. But then also these dramatic tilts kind of add a nice effect to it. But I'm glad like I feel like a lot of people who work in cameras now, who work with performers, I feel like there's a lot of people are getting a better feel for working with performers. I could just be being optimistic. It's a nice moment right here. Again, let you see the shape. Grab. They kind of essentially just grow into it. Grow. That ripple right there isn't a 1 and 2 and. It's a 3, 4, 5. And then they let you sit with it for a bit, which again is like holding a pose and appreciating it and then moving on to the next one. I like this use of changes the direction. I guess because it looks like they're facing the diagonal instead of where the front is. So I'm assuming the front is here. Also great use of the floor going from center to stage right. Again, strong movements on that. Look at that difference right there. So I remember seeing this. Okay, his solo here was a lot more involved. He's like those level changes. Look how much he moves compared to what he did here. Let's see. It looks like, let me see. It looks like for this one, in this bottom version, he looks like he steps back just in the middle of the line so he can start walking forward. So it can be a little bit more like a nice, cool, dramatic moment. I kind of agree with this one. See, I like the direction here because the vibe of the song is, it kind of tones it down a little bit. Because we just gave a lot of like strong, sharp movements already here. Boom. So for this, it kind of makes sense because you want to keep that vibe going and you want to have like this nice dramatic shapes and with your performance. But with this one, I feel like one, it would have just been way too much for the singer. Let's simplify it so we can just focus on the singing, because right now it looks like there's a lot of dancing, especially with the levels going up and like all that. You know, I know that these guys are trained, but it's like, let's simplify it because there's going to be plenty of dancing later. But this right here, this whole vibe changes it from like, here's the big dramatic movements to like, this one, it just seems like he's the one in control of the music versus like the music, him trying to showcase, here's all the things I can do. Look at this like demeanor right here. I am more sold with that. I like this decision. Yeah, I hope that we get you guys watching, like performers or not, like you guys see like the changes that are often being made in rehearsals, sometimes the day before or seconds before. But yeah, I hope that you guys can see the artistic changes that are needed for the artists to give a better experience for not just the audience, but to better highlight the artist, because sometimes less is more. Oh yeah, I remembered this is because I was like, damn, he is close to this, but it just so happened that it worked out with this set. I'm guessing that was planned already with production, or that just happened to just work out that way. Yeah, so they use this whole diagonal to align a lot. So yeah, they go from here a lot. Da, 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 da. That was a nice setup. Even though they've done it a handful of times throughout this piece, it's a nice transition to do this nice reveal out to this next artist. I love that they're doing the Charlie Brown here. Charlie Brown, or depending on whoever, it might be the New Jersey Running Man. I feel like it's more the Charlie Brown. This was a nice, like, nicely timed with a jump over someone. Because jumping over someone isn't exactly risky. What can add perceived risk is timing. With this one is like right when he goes go on the drop, it's a perfectly timed drop and jump. There was no hesitation of like, oh, I'm gonna run, at least from both angles. And especially with this, it's a nice low angle. It makes him look like he's jumping higher than it actually seems. But even then, there's no hesitation on waiting for his jump. He just went. So then that's the biggest thing when doing like tricks or even pseudo tricks is the whole commitment to it. Okay, next part. Oh yeah, this breakdown is nasty. I like that they saved an opportunity for them to showcase their dance ability. This is nice musicality. The do-do-do with the arms crossed. Da-da-da. See, this is what, again, another example of shape, shape, shape. Hold it, go, da, go. Yeah, so the shapes. See, like how they da da go boom. And I think what I like about that, especially for people that aren't crazy experienced in dancing, letting people like sit with a shape a little longer helps develop that muscle memory and eventually helps them with doing faster choreography. So I don't know how long these guys have been training prior to all this. I'm just taking it at face value, but I'm also taking into account the era. The choreography is simpler compared to now, but I think it's appropriate in terms of showcasing danceability without overcomplicating things. Again, ending with the line. That's it. Hope you guys enjoyed all the stuff, and let's hop on to the next one.